your gift. We thank God for you and pray that this will be a blessing to you. Amen. We do want to honor the presence of our Apostle Wilbert Coleman. Amen. Amen. Always an honor to have you with us. We appreciate you being with us today. And we want to say to you that you know you're home. So. Amen. We have a celebrity in the house.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Made his way all the way from Atlanta, GA to surprise his mama for her birthday. I think that's special. And he know he can't come home without giving it up. And so we're going to ask him if we need some time to get cued with this technology team. You can go ahead and do that. If you're ready, I want you to come. We're in the midst of a series right now, The Journey of Faith. The Journey of Faith. A lot of us think that faith is just an experience. And I'm here to tell you it's a journey.
Yes, it is.
And so after Brother LaBelle Heiss Jr. comes and blesses us, we're going to get right into that journey of faith. You guys remember last week the GPS?
Yes.
It's your GPS calibrated.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. We have some more for you today. Amen.
Amen.
Welcome with you with a ministry gift from LaBelle Heiss Jr.
How y'all doing?
All right.
First, I just want to say happy birthday to my mom.
Happy birthday.
I think we'll do something acapella. It's like, standing for something to fall for it all. I had to fight my whole life, yeah, I fought for it all. But when you're back against the wall, then who you gonna call? It ain't no 1-800 number, I call on the Lord. I keep the G like what Jesus had did on the cross. And how he died for all our sins and the blood that he lost. I know they all ain't gonna be happy, don't take it to heart. When you expecting them to clap and they hold their applause. A prophet once said, I gotta pace myself. Had to look in the mirror and then face myself, brace myself, and promised I won't break myself. I buckled up for the bride, don't need brakes for help, cause I ain't stopping. Tell them I'm back at it. They ask why I ain't driving, they gotta catch up to my last classes. Bring a different style, they can grab at it. Lately it's been seeming like they missing the bounce, like a bad mattress. I'm hungry like I ain't had breakfast. They can see the drive like I'm fresh out of cat practice. Was posted on the wall like my Facebook last status. To post it with the Lord, you can see I got mad passion. And I'm still trying to find a match like bad fashion. I'm just trying to add to the vision like mathematics. Hope Man 3 is coming soon, and you should know it's gonna make the whole city proud like the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Let me call my wife up here for a second. We came to surprise my mom, it's like the second year, and now we here, no more guessing. We just want to tell you that we are now expecting.
Thank God. Thank God.
Hallelujah.
Thank God for just a blessing. I know that LaBelle and Anika being here, I know that it's a blessing to Donna and LaBelle, and we thank God for that. And thank God for you safely over the highways.
Yes.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
You guys ready for some word?
Yes.
Amen. We are on a journey.
Yes, we are.
And it's not optional. God launched us. For us, the trip began when we exited the womb. But not from God's perspective. Like he told the prophet Jeremiah, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you.
Right.
Every time I think about that text, it amazes me because in order for God to have known me before he formed me, there had to be a me for him to know. And he's not talking about knowing me in this form. See, this form was the mess up. God knew me before the mess up. So you don't get it. He didn't ordain the destiny for the messed up version of me. He ordained this journey for the me before I messed up. But he understood that no matter how much you mess it up, I am great enough to fix it up. I can straighten it up. And you ought to have hope that God can fix whatever you broke.
That's right.
But it takes faith to embrace that truth. So many people are down on themselves because they think that they got to fix them. You think that you got to fix you. You take all the self-help courses you want to take. And that's no guarantee you'll be fixed after you finish the course. In fact, some of the people teaching the course are more jacked up than you. And it's not their information that affects you the most, it's their impartation. You leave the classroom encouraged by the information, but bound by the impartation.
That's good.
It's bad when you take 12 steps to bondage when you are expecting freedom. And so this journey of faith has to declare something beyond what you can see. The problem is the church wants to label itself as people of faith, but don't want to walk in the faith that they claim. You can't just sit in faith. Now, part of it, you have to sit when you have to rest. But see, you have to walk. And sometimes walking is not good enough. Paul described a race. I don't know about you, but a race suggests to me a sense of urgency. It suggests the fact that I need to move at a pace that is a little bit more consistent than the casual pace that my flesh wants to observe. And that's why people in the body of Christ are content to sit for 15 years and never serve. They haven't understood destiny. Destiny is calling you whether you answer or not.
That's good.
And it takes a relationship with God, an intimate relationship with Him, to hear the call. Sister Renee talked about all of us having a call. And I just knew that God had ordained that because it makes up with what God wants me to share with you today. If you don't know and believe that you are called, you'll do nothing. At least nothing that benefits the kingdom. The reason why people are self-serving is because they have not found one greater than themselves. They are willing to serve. Oh, you're going to serve somebody. One song out there says, you're going to serve somebody. It might be the devil or it may be the Lord, but you're going to serve somebody. It's inside of us to serve. The problem is, if you don't choose who you will serve, somebody will be chosen for you. And a lot of us are serving the devil and didn't even intend to do it. The devil, unlike God, will intrude. You have to invite God in. The devil sees a vacancy and he steps in.
That's good.
And many of us right now are having our journey interrupted because we have not been intentional about following God's instructions. And so I asked you last week to read the entire 11th chapter of Hebrews. And I know that there's probably 60% of you who did not, but that was the instruction. Because faith still comes one way. By hearing. The problem is, you can build faith on anything that you hear. And a lot of people have built faith on their own failure. Because they have heard consistently how failure is your life. That you're never going to amount to anything. You can't do it. And whatever you hear consistently, you will attach your faith to. If the snake bites you, you need the antidote. And the snake of doubt has bitten a lot of us, but we have not taken the antidote of faith. Faith comes by hearing, and the hearing that we need to build our faith is by the Word of God. We need to practice and rehearse speaking the word of God to ourselves. Some of us only get a dose of the word once a week when we come on Sunday morning because we bypass Wednesday. I don't know about you, but my truck loves gas. It doesn't like passing gas stations. It's always thirsty. I can't fill it up at the beginning of the week and expect that it's going to take me throughout the week. But we expect to fill up on Sunday and that we can cruise all week with no additional additives. Faith comes from daily doses of hearing the word of God. Don't be like Jesus' disciples asking him to give them more faith when Jesus already knew you had all the faith that you needed. If you had faith the size of a mustard seed, now I'm going to break that down for you a little bit. The amount of faith that they had was invariable. It did not change. The size of it did. That's why Jesus addressed the size of their faith and not the amount. They weren't asking for a greater amount. He talked about the size. See, a lot of times we don't pay attention to how God answers our question. We may ask the wrong question, but God still gives us the right answer. Lord, increase our faith. They want more. Give us more faith. And basically what he said was, if you had faith the size of a grain of mustard seed, in other words, you have not increased the size of the faith that I've given you, because everyone received the measure of faith. I gave you the only amount of faith that you're ever going to get. Now that faith can grow and grow and grow and grow, and it will grow to be sufficient for every challenge you face.
That's right. Every challenge.
But while you're waiting for more faith, he's waiting for you to grow your faith. And since you won't go to the gym voluntarily, he'll send the gym to you. It's called adversity. It's called difficulty. God's going to work your faith. He's going to get you to exercise your faith one way or the other. It's better for you just to go ahead and set your mind right and go on into the gym and work out your faith. Listen, you have got to exercise it. That means believing God for hard things. Believing God in difficult situations. Don't tell God after you told 10 friends.
I know that's right.
Because now you're showing God my trust is in my 10 friends. That's why I call them first. Amen. And so on this journey of faith, you got to understand that faith is only going to come one way. The increase in your faith is only going to come one way. It's going to be by hearing the word of God. You have got to speak. And I'm not talking about this religious protocol where you just read by the word of God. Because you can read it and have a head knowledge, but don't have any heart. That's right. Trust will not come by what you know. Trust comes by what you're willing to exercise. And this might be hard for some of you to embrace. The only way you can ever grow to trust God is by risking it all. You have to reckon in your heart, God, I'm willing to take a loss if you don't come through. But I believe you're going to come through.
That's right.
You have got to, if you're not willing to take a loss, if you're not willing to risk something, how can you ever get to the place where you know God will do it? A lot of us will believe God for, up until the 11th hour. And then we call for plan B. The Hebrew boys could have bailed before the furnace. They were given one last chance. I like what they said. Okay. You don't even need to think about it. Our response. Our God is able to deliver us from your hand. How many of you can declare how God is able for whatever is going on in you? Is he able to heal you of that sickness? Is he able to deal with that courtroom situation? Is he able to deal with that foreclosure or that rebuild? Is God able? Will you declare, I know that God is able to deliver me from A, B, C, or D. He's able. But if he does not, I won't change my mind. Even if he doesn't, you won't bow down and worship your image. You play whatever music you want to play. Okay? So my question is, what are you risking for your faith?
Yes, sir.
The journey of faith will cause us to encounter an awful lot. Jesus challenged us to count the cost, didn't it? When you go on vacation, don't you want to know how much it's going to cost you?
That's right.
And you determine what kind of vacation you take based on what you can afford. Now, I dare you to go on vacation purely by faith, with no plan, no couch. See, we have to take all of the text. Yeah, we have to have faith, but he also says count the cost. How do you marry those two together? You go and you don't make a reservation. You just show up at the hotel. You might be sleeping in your car.
Right.
See, it's all right to have faith in God, but having faith in the innkeeper is not a good idea. Sometimes you make a reservation and you give it away. So you have to count the cost of this journey of faith. It's going to cost you. Christians have this uncanny expectations about making this journey with no scars. They who would live godly in Christ Jesus shall, not might, not may, shall suffer persecution. It didn't say experience persecution.
Nope. Right.
Suffer. Anybody understand the concept of suffering? So that means God is just warning you, even if He does not ordain the suffering, He's warning us in advance that this walk with me involves suffering. My son walked with me and he suffered because of it. For his kingdom assignment, for his destiny to be fulfilled, he suffered. And I'm telling you right now that this journey of faith involves suffering. Okay? And so, as we take this journey, we're going to look at some of the types of things that we're going to encounter in the journey. How do you pack for a journey?
Right.
The answer is, it depends on my mood. And if you don't know where you're going, you may improperly pack. Now, you go to Tampa, Orlando with fur coats and all winter clothes and boots. You're going to get there and you are going to suffer because of your failure to acknowledge your destination. And this journey of faith is designed to take us somewhere, but if you don't know where you're going, you won't pack properly. You won't prepare properly. And sometimes we turn around on the journey because we have not prepared for what we encounter on the journey. Now, I don't know about you. I've been to Arizona on a number of different occasions. I was in Scottsdale. And Scottsdale is a beautiful place if you like heat. Because the temperatures are usually in 3 digits. We got off the plane. We went to a family reunion for my wife out in Phoenix. And it was 113 when we got there. And I'm talking about dry heat. Now, if we did not know where we were going and what kind of environment we were going into, we could have had all these long sleeves and jeans. But we had to know that I'm going to Arizona and it's going to be hot. But there's some other things that we need to know. That's a desert. Now, why would you go to the desert and not expect desert creatures? I mean, people, a scorpion. That's the scorpion's normal and natural habitat.
Right.
You are the intruder. Snakes, well, they are in the desert. Now, you can go and you can play golf and you can do all those things outdoors in the desert, but you're going to deal with what you encounter. Sometimes God sends us certain places. We have to make a decision to go somewhere else. And God only is obligated to prepare us for where He sends us, not where we choose to go instead. And if you get to a desert that He didn't send you to, and you run into scorpions, and you run into snakes, God is not obligated to come kill snakes or scorpions. He just might let you get bitten. Heal you before you die. But sometimes you need the pain of life. And so many of us on this journey of faith have ended up places, doing things, encountering people that have nothing to do with what God has called us.
Oh.
And my question is, where are you in relationship relationship to this journey of faith? Do you sometimes find yourself in the valley of doubt rather than the oasis of faith? Because you straight up, you turn off your GPS. Because I know that little chick was talking to you. In 3 miles, turn right. I know about me. Sometimes she gets annoyed. She starts telling me stuff that I already know. And so if I know it, what I tend to do sometimes is turn her off. But what if you only think you know? And you turn off the GPS? It's not that God is not speaking to you. You turn him off. You have muted the Holy Spirit. He's giving you instructions. He's letting you know you're going the wrong way. He's letting you know that there's danger. And I mean, I like Waze because he tells you, watch out. Car on the side of the road. I mean, and it says it's emergency. Watch out. I'm expecting to be right there. And hopefully that the GPS gives me enough notice that I can be vigilant. That's how the Holy Spirit is. You crash not because you weren't warned. You crash because you muted the only voice invested in your destiny. Without faith, it is impossible to please God. Once again, there's a grave misunderstanding about that text. It doesn't mean that with faith, you will please Him.
That's right.
Because faith is not the only thing required to please God. Because faith without obedience does not please God. So a lot of people who declare themselves to be people of faith think that faith alone. James tells us faith alone ain't going to get it. You got to have some work. So, work. Oh my goodness. That's cussing. What are you doing in the house? You come and you eat the word every week. What am I feeding you for? If you don't want to do no chores. In my mama's house, you didn't eat.
That's right.
If you didn't do chores. You didn't go out to play. And if you got consistent about rebelling and not doing what she told you to do, that in my obedience, she's going to put clothes on me, but they ain't going to be the clothes I want to go out in. Right. There are consequences for having faith and no obedience. And obedience requires work. You don't work to get saved, but faith is not just for salvation. Some people think, I had faith enough to accept Jesus Christ, and I'm saved, and I'm heaven bound. But is God pleased with you? I've been running for Jesus a long time. I ain't got tired yet. But you're running in the wrong direction. If you're not taking time to get instructions, how do you know where to run? And so, this journey of faith is going to require not just faith, but the partners that go along with faith. Where's your obedience? Where are the work? What are you doing for somebody other than yourself?
That's good.
You shouldn't even come to worship just for you.
Nope.
You should be coming to get a carry-out portion
That's
that
good.
you can share with somebody else. If all the word you're coming to get is just for you, you're a glutton. It is for freedom that you have been made free. So if you're free, you're supposed to be invested and involved in somebody else's freedom. How do you get free? Well, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Well, they don't know the truth because you won't tell them the truth. You are supposed to come and get enough truth to share with those that you encounter on your journey of faith. And you should not be afraid to share it with them because faith and fear cannot coexist. So if you are afraid, you're not operating in faith. If anybody can pump you, the devil or his cohort, that means at the moment that you are fearful, you're not working and operating in faith.
Good.
Faith is designed to push you past fear. fear that you don't experience fear. Everybody in here has had something that happened that frightened you. The fact of the matter is, you just have to determine that what frightens me won't stop me. My faith is greater than my fear. And I'm going to choose right now. I'm acknowledging that thing that makes me afraid, but I am going to face it. David could not have slain Goliath if he had not faced Goliath. The problem is, so many people like the army of Israel, they ran from the very thing that they were ordained to overcome. They had God's anointing on their life. They could have killed Goliath, but one giant punked them. Now, I was a little bit amused because David must have run initially too, because he was right there with them when they had the conversation. And then he came to us and said, what are we running for? Why y'all running? Y'all the soldiers. I just came to bring y'all greetings from Daddy and a few supplies. And I'm just amazed by what I see. Okay, I'll go and I'll fight it. Now, it's amazing how your critics who won't fight will tell you what you can't do.
That's right.
David's big brothers, you can't go fight. You just a boy. He the king got him on that. Hold up. You don't know my experience. You don't know my testimony. With all due respect, king. A lion and a bear tried to attack my daddy's sheep on my watch. Yeah. Come on. Are you kidding me? See, I'm under authority. I'm accountable. What he entrusted to me, I had to protect. I couldn't call nobody. We didn't have cell phones. By the time I left to get some help and got back, all the sheep would have been dead. I had to allow my faith to move me into action. And I slew the lion and I slew the bear. In the natural, you'll say that's not possible because look how big the lion is. And look how big the bear is. Look how small I am. But I confronted what threatened me and I killed both of them. And because I have a history with God, I know I have a future with God. So that giant that's facing you today will suffer the same fate as that lion and that bear.
Yes.
David's faith told him he could. And whatever fear he felt at the beginning was dismissed when he understood who his God was. King tried to put his armor on David, say, well, you're going to fight. No, you're going to need this and you're going to need this. And David said, your stuff don't fit me. There's some people who are going to try to join you on your journey, and they're going to try to coach you on your journey, and they're going to try to get you to take their stuff. But I want you to know that their stuff won't fit you.
Yes.
If you want to get hindered and defeated, keep taking stuff from people. Keep wearing other people's stuff. Their journey is not your journey. How can you have traveling companions who don't have the same destination as you? The journey of faith is taking you to the fulfillment of destiny. They have not acknowledged their destiny. They don't need faith. And we want to hold on to our people that we have blood relationships with and we have familiar relationships with, but they are no value on the journey of faith that we're on. In fact, they are sowers of doubt. I don't know, Bishop. I ain't never seen. See, I don't need to know what you have seen or what you have not seen, because the just shall live
by faith.
We shall walk by faith and not by sight. So what you see is counterposed to what I'm pursuing. If I can see it, there's a good chance that it's not what God has ordained, because my faith is the evidence of things not seen. You don't need evidence of things that are seen. It's the substance of things, hope for, evidence of things. So if you try to tell me what you've seen, that's going to get in the way of what I'm faithing for. My journey of faith tells me I have to ignore much of what I see. Okay, let me say this. You have been driving and something happens in your peripheral view.
Yeah.
What does it do?
Distraction.
It calls your attention to it. And you have to take your eyes off of where you're supposed to go. And many accidents happen in that moment of distraction. And so what you are drawn to is something you can see. What you see can distract you and draw the attention and focus away from where you're going. That's what Paul meant when he said you weren't running well. Who cut in on you? What did you give way to? Or who? I ain't meddling. I'm still preaching. But could your relationship possibly be someone who cut in on you? Whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship. Because a lot of times people won't even admit to what it is. Oh, that's my friend. You forgot the last part of that with benefit. You are obscuring the truth, so how can you walk in it? The sure way to get out of it is to acknowledge it. Because if you don't acknowledge it, in your mind, it does not exist. It's affecting you, it's delaying you, it's interfering with you, but you won't even focus on it for the purpose of dismissing it. You're hiding it. You're covering it. But you're not dealing with it. And the it that you'll deal with is the it that will get you off track. How you know, Bishop? I dealt with some it in my life. Come on now. Don't y'all laugh because you're like the clutter forget. And so what you need to do is spend some time with God and say, God, I need you to help me get the head out of here. Yeah. Because how far along in your destiny would you be if it wasn't for all it that you allowed? It does not just delay you for a day. I remember when Moses and Miriam, they ran into some it. And it was criticizing Moses about his choice of wife. And God says, come here. All three, come here. And he asked Aaron and Miriam, why weren't you afraid to oppose my man of God? The expectation was, you should have been afraid to challenge him. Why weren't you afraid? And he said, because you did so, because Miriam was a great leader, he struck her with leprosy. And Moses, compassionate brother that he is, compassionate leader that he is, he petitioned God on her behalf. See, that could have been a permanent condition. I want to show you where your forgiveness comes in. Because Moses was the only one God was really dealing with it. He was talking to Aaron and Miriam, but he was dealing with Moses. And so Miriam says, oh, Lord, take this away, but it done no good. Even Aaron says, Lord, will you take... No, Moses entreated God on Miriam's behalf. And God says, if her father hadn't spit in her face, she would be unclean for 7 days. See, it doesn't just delay you for a day. It does not cause momentary disruption. That was 7-day delay because of a bunch of it. Now, the question is, how much it's in your life? And how much is it delaying you? How much would you do for God if somebody else wasn't behind your time? If you weren't on the phone with them, could you spend more time with him? Just asking. Just asking. So you will encounter things on the journey that are designed to get you off track. Fear is a deterrent. Some of y'all would have gone back to school if you weren't afraid. You're afraid that you can't learn. And you confess all this stuff because my mind ain't like it used to be. I can't remember stuff the way I used to. And you begin to remember, faith cometh by
hearing.
So all the stuff that you're saying, you're building faith toward that. I get in there, but I've been failing all these classes. Yep. Man thinks in his heart.
So is he.
You can talk yourself in or out of success. I would apply for that job, but I don't have the qualifications. You know, every job that I've had, every single job that I've had since college, the first time, I didn't have the qualifications that the job posting asked for. Repeat after me. The favor of God, is all the requirement, you will ever need. In every situation, they weigh the requirement. If I could pass a test, and the test I didn't have to take alone. I had the teacher of teachers whispering in my ear.
Amen. Holy Spirit.
The whole time. But I had to confess something that sometimes gets shelved when we encounter adversity. I had to confess I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can pass this test because that's included in all things. I can get back in school and pass statistics because it's included in all things. But guess what? I can forgive the people who hurt me because it's included in all things. Some of us are stuck in unforgiveness on our journey of faith.
That's good.
Faith can't move you where unforgiveness has you chained. God says all that faith declaration does nothing because you're ignoring my voice telling you to forgive. Now answer this question if you will. Is anybody who ever hurt you important enough in your destiny to miss God?
No.
Because when we stand before God, He's going to say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things, come up higher. I'll make you rule over them. But He's only going to say, well done, if we've done well. If we never get around to fulfilling our destiny because of unforgiveness and our refusal to walk in unconditional love, that's going to count against His ability to say, well done. He's not going to take excuses. Well, I know they hurt you so bad, and that's why you got stuck. Next week I'm going to talk about don't stay stuck.
I know that's right.
Because a lot of us were moving and making good progress, but we got stuck, and we're still stuck. But I'm here to tell you that you don't have to stay stuck. If you ever drove in snow in the tri-state area, and you kind of slip off of the road and end up just a little, it only takes one tire usually off the road. That's the message in it. If it's your drive tire, because you can have front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, or all wheel drive. Are you hearing me? You can have 4 wheel drive. If faith is designed to drive you, but that tire's off the road because of unforgiveness, you have nothing to drive you out of the situation that you're in, and you can stay stuck. I was in my own driveway. I knew my driveway. It's long, but we've had people come to my house for various events, and because they weren't paying attention, because they were unfamiliar with my driveway, they ended up in the ditch because there's a ditch on both sides of my driveway. And some of y'all in this room, I think, have introduced yourself to my ditch. See, the problem is I can't fill in the ditch because it's a drainage ditch for water. It serves its purpose. But the purpose of my ditch is not to catch cars. There are ditches that the enemy has designed and dug, but it wasn't designed for you to fall in. You weren't supposed to be in the ditch, but if you get off of the path, you could end up in the ditch, and now you're stuck. And listen, no matter how much you gun your engine, and no matter how much you spin your tire, you could not drive your way out of that ditch. We had to call for a tow truck. Now, I'm going to talk about the tow truck next week, but because some people are just stuck. The reason why you're not making any progress on your journey, because you're stuck. You're in a ditch. But I want you to know something. You don't jump your car because it fell in a ditch.
That's good.
God's not going to jump you.
That's good.
Because you drove into a ditch. You may have dented your fender. You may have damaged something on the underside of your car. But God is going to pull you out of the ditch and repair the damage and put you back on the track. God is not into trashing his treasure.
That's good.
You can stop sitting there thinking that God's mad at me. God's so angry at me that he's just waiting to throw in them lightning bolts and take me out. Because I did this and I did that. God knows what you did, but what's really going to shock you is that he knew you were going to do it before you did. He knew it before he ordained your destiny. He said, I got to work around this. I'm going to wait till they get around this. And he already knew that. He calculated. In fact, all your bad choices.
That's right.
All your bad relationships. He factored all that into. He said, but yeah, but after he or she gets out of this and that, they still can be there in about 14 years. Yeah, oh yeah, with one arm, but they'll get there. Broken foot, yeah, they'll get there. You were supposed to run for me, but now you're living for me. But the destination has not changed. Your pace may have changed, but the destination has not changed. God still wants what he wants. He still wants from you what he always wanted from you. How do you know this? Because he declared, I am the Lord, and I change not. Why would I change my expectation when I factored everything into it? I factored the fact that you will get pregnant at 16, or that you will get somebody pregnant at 17. I factored that into it. I know you had a scholarship, you were supposed to play football or basketball. I know. I took that into account. But I knew that you weren't going to do what I told you to do. I said, stay out of there, and don't let them in there. But you did.
Yeah.
But I factored that into it.
I did.
So you may not be able to finish college from scholarship, but you can still finish. Now you got to work. See, there are consequences that we want God to mitigate. Somebody who saw my Facebook status a couple days ago, I said consequences are tutors designed to teach us the lessons we reject from our parents and sisters. So God will allow circumstances to come because we need tutoring. I know. So you'll let me, okay, I don't need that but tutoring. God says, I don't know when you have had all the tutoring that you need because you'll start doing your homework.
Right.
You start showing up classes.
That's true. On time.
God is not surprised by your failure, nor mine. God has not disqualified you for what he called you to. Stop disqualifying yourself. You're journeying in faith, but you're stuck in disobedience and rebellion. When you refuse to love somebody that God told you to love, and get this, I'm almost done because I know this is business. So
That's good. That's good.
you can't love them how you choose to love them. Because your brand of love sucks. We need God's brand of love.
Yes.
We need to think about how God loved us and love people that way. Because we offended him, he loved us. We disobeyed him, he loved us. We lied to him, he loved us. We messed up so many times, over and over and over. And we tell people, you got one more time. What if God told you, you got one more time? Until we learn to love people the way do and some tutoring that we need.
That's right.
If you still can find the opportunity to let words come out of your mouth that sound something like this, that's why I can't stand her in it. You still need some tutoring. You let her step to me today. You need some tutoring. I want to suck the taste out of you. You need some tutoring. I'm never going to let anybody get close to me again. You need some tutoring. This is the last time I'm going to put up with your mess. You mean with all the it in your life, you're going to limit somebody else's it? Peter tried that. He didn't get away with it. Lord, this is religious. How often must I forgive my brother who offends me? 7 times? See, that was Old Testament. 7 times. Y'all not living 2. Old Testament said 7. You don't even measure the Old Testament said. Jesus said, I tell you the truth. I tell you not 7 times, but 70 times 7. That's for the same offense. Now listen, they have offended you in 3 different ways. You got to forgive them 70 times 7 for that one, 70 times 7 for that one, and 70 times 7 for that one. You may have to get a master's degree in forgiveness. Just to meet God's instinct. If you can't do that, you need some tutoring. Let's close with this.
Help us, God.
Let's close with this. Listen. The journey of faith that we're on is too important to the kingdom for us not to take it. And every time one of us steps out of bounds, steps off the pace, stop running the race, it means somebody else has to go up.
That's good.
That's why we have people in the body of Christ overworked. Because they're trying to make up for the disobedient ones. And my question is, for all my children, why didn't you get your chores done? What are you doing that adds to the house, that adds to the kingdom? Oh, I'm sorry. You don't need a title. Because there are some people with titles not making a contribution. So I'm asking, this is a challenge. What's your faith for? If your faith is not for your assignment, what are you using for? Another car? Another house? Your faith is designed to help you please God. So that when you get to the place of Paul, God, where death was imminent, he can say, and you can say, I fought the good fight. Not a good fight, the good fight. That's the fight that he was required to fight. You have one of your own. I kept the faith. I finished the course. 3 things. I fought, I finished. And in between, I kept. If you don't keep the faith, you cannot finish the race. It's absolute. Your faith is not to get you another pair of designer jeans. Your faith is to get you a better job. Your faith is not to have more money in your account. Hallelujah. Delight yourself in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. You ain't got to use your faith to get something out of God that He already wants to give you. He just wants you to delight yourself in Him. You got to find out in His presence what it takes for you to delight Him. Because you can cheat off my paper. If I delight Him, but you're not doing what He told you to do, He may not be delighted. And you may be doing everything that I'm doing. What does it take for you to delight Him? Amen. Amen. The problem is with this Instead it's individualized.
That's good.
That's why folks I finish my race, my course. What's yours? And how are you doing? How do you relate to your journey? If you're all prepped, if you're stuck, next week the challenge is don't stay stuck. Stay right.
Amen.